So, what is a chalk door? A chalk door is a turn that goes from forwards to backwards or backwards to forwards where there's a change of foot and a change of the edge that you're on. So it could be forwards on your left foot with a change to backwards on your right foot, and you would have gone left foot on an outside edge to right foot on an inside edge. That's just one of many possibilities. So in this brief overview of chalk doors, I'm going to explain to you the different chalk doors there are, the ones that we generally use in ice skating, and the ones that you're generally not going to see. So the first chalk door done in skating is a forward inside open chalk door that looks something like this. Take on your inside edge, foot in front, chalk door, turn to backwards. To show you on the other side, inside edge, chalk door, turn to backwards. Now this turn is also referred to as a Killian chalk door, which is if you do the turn and the feet are quite close together like this. It's called sometimes a Killian chalk door because it appears in the Killian compulsory dance. Now it is also sometimes called the rumba chalk door. That's if you do it with a wide position as you step and do the chalk door. And the reason some people call it the rumba chalk door is because it appears in the rumba compulsory dance. So why are they called closed or open chalk doors? Well, in figure skating, turns when you change feet are either called open or closed turns. So an open turn is anything where the free foot here is placed towards the instep or the inside of the skating foot. So in the case of the chalk door, I'm here, and because my free foot is going to go down and change feet towards the inside, it is an open turn. If the free foot is placed behind like this, it becomes a closed turn. So a closed chalk door would be here, foot behind and turn. So the next chalk door you can do is the forward inside closed chalk door, which is going to look something like this. Take the forward inside edge, free leg behind, chalk door. To show on the other side, I do forward inside edge, free leg behind, chalk door. Now, this chalk door appears in a compulsory dance called the blues. So some people refer to it as a blues chalk door, but it is a forward inside closed chalk door as well. The next chalk door you can do is a forward outside closed chalk door. If I show you what it is, goes on the forward outside edge and goes to a backward inside edge like that. To show you on the other side, forward outside edge, backward inside edge. Now, you're often going to see this particular chalk door done with a swing in front of it. And a lot of people call it the swing chalk door or the quick step chalk door. And the reason is because it appears in the quick step compulsory dance. And so a lot of people add the swing into this movement, which ends up looking like this. You push, swing, chalk door. To show you the other way, push, swing, chalk door. Now, whether I do the swing or not, the turn itself is the same. The moment I go from forwards to backwards, I have this position here, shoot from a better angle like this. So you can see it is a closed chalk door. So another chalk door that we do is the backward outside closed chalk door, which looks something like this. On a backward edge, foot behind, chalk door. Just show the other side, backward outside edge, turn to forwards, chalk door. Now, sometimes this is called a backward rumba chalk door because in the rumba compulsory dance, there's a section when you do a forward inside open chalk door, straight into immediately a backward outside closed chalk door like that. So the sequence in the rumba looks a little like this: edge, chalk door, chalk door. And that's where they get their names, the rumba chalk door, from. Now the chalk doors I've just gone over there are the ones that are generally counted in competition. There are other chalk doors, but they're not counted as a chalk door. For example, a backward inside open chalk door looks like this. Backward inside edge, forward outside edge. Now, it is technically a chalk door, but it is also just a step from backwards to forwards. Any spin entrance or anything you do is going to use this chalk door like that. So, in theory, that is a chalk door, but people don't count it as a chalk door if you were to do it in a program, in a step sequence or something like this. It isn't classed as called as a chalk door, sorry. It's just a step from backwards to forwards. So now I'd like to go over with you some chalk doors that you're not really going to see done. The first one is a backward inside to forward outside closed chalk door. You are not going to see people do this generally like that. If you really want it, you know, it can be done, I suppose, if you're here like that. But I haven't come across any exercise where it's a required move, and in competition in general, I've never seen anybody attempt a chalk door like that, so you don't have to worry too much about this one. If you want to try it, you can try it just for fun. Another chalk door you're not going to come across very often is the backward outside to forward inside open chalk door, which looks something like this. Backward outside, forward inside. I'll show you it again. Backward outside, forward inside. Now, you're not going to see this done very often, but you never know, one day it might come up, so maybe it's a good idea to play around with it, try and practice it a little bit. So the last chalk door that we're going to call it an unusual chalk door, because you're not going to see it very often, is the forward outside to backward inside open chalk door. It's going to be something like this. Outside edge, foot in front, chalk door. Now, that is a really awkward turn. I don't think I've ever done a chalk door that's quite as awkward as that one. So maybe that's the reason you don't see it very often. So even though chalk doors like that don't appear now, you never know, one day in the future they might come up someone, you might have to do one. So maybe it's not a bad idea to have a little play around with a chalk door like that, just in case it happens to turn up one day.